This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined by Joey Essex in Monaco. Joey here in Monaco. What a spot, by the way. Have you been here before?
What a spot. Do you know what? I've never been here before. Funny enough, I've never been here before. I've been places like Dubai. This reminds me of a London version of Dubai. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
In a bit of a way.
Well, it's just like, it seems very safe here, very pleasant, very nice. Seems like my type of place.
You're obviously here for the Joe Cordina fight, someone that you know very well. You were telling me actually a story earlier about Charlie Sims and golf. Tell me a bit about that on camera so the listeners can understand that one with the golf.
Oh, well, when I knocked my tooth out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all my teeth. This tooth here is actually completely fake. I know they're all fake, yeah, we're not going to go into that. But that tooth there is actually, you've got a gold tooth under this one. The gold one under that one. But
under the white, you've got gold?
Under that, I ain't going to show you, yeah.
No way.
Well, it's like a post. It's like a little gold lamp post. But, yeah, so, yeah, I knocked my tooth out, and then when I was like 10 years old, and a week later, Charlie came around my house when I was a kid. And we was playing with plastic golf clubs, and I went, "No, let's go get the real ones." And then we went and got the real ones, and then Charlie, I thought, "You go first." And Charlie, yeah, just smacked me in the head with a golf club, and I had blood all coming down my face. Yeah.
So have you like grew up with Charlie Sims and around Tony Sims in that environment since you were a kid?
Yeah. You know, Charlie's my cousin, Tony's my uncle, so since a kid I've sort of just always been around, you know, fighting and boxing and stuff. Never really got into it too serious, to be honest. I think Charlie had a few little fights when he was younger, but yeah, Tony said I was too pretty.
As a kid, though, when you seen that and being around like Tony Sims, who's an esteemed trainer,
Yeah.
is that something that you ever wanted to be a part of?
I boxed when I was little, but never, like I said, never really got into it properly, really. But my dad was a boxer, so again, I knew they all loved fighting and stuff like that. So it's something that I just sort of took a liking to, but like I just never really thought of getting into it. But I like the fitness side of it, and obviously, you know, I think for me when I do box, I think the purpose side of it as well for me. Like I haven't really got much purpose in life. My life is all like getting TV shows. If I ain't got a TV show, I'm pretty much just sitting around. I'm jobless. I haven't got a job. It's quite a weird life being Joey Essex.
Does that hit home with you when you say that you don't have a job? Does it make you want to do something that like boxing where there's discipline?
I like to work. I like to graft. Yeah, and you can't just go gym and then go home and there's nothing to do still. When you go to the gym, I'm around people I know, I'm with my family, with my friends. I get them with all the professionals, the boxers. I've known them for years. So it's just something that I just like to be around. Like you said, it gives me discipline. Do you know what I mean? And I think boxing is really good for the mental state of mind.
I'm going to touch on Joe Cordina first because you're in and around that gym. What's his preparation been like from the outside, from you being there and being around him? Does he look like he's ready for this big fight on Saturday night?
Oh yeah, I mean, I have been around all the professionals, and don't get me wrong, they all train just as hard as each other. But there was one moment for me when I was doing the triangle. Right, it's in Brentwood. It's the hardest thing. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I've been training with Joe. Early morning, I pick up Joe around 6:45, and then we go meet Tony at 7. And there was one split moment on the triangle, and I looked at Joe, and it was like, it must have been like the 6th one, right? By the way, I did like 3. That was pretty good for me, trust me. I'm better now. That was like a few months ago. It was like 2 months. And I looked at Joe, and I couldn't, like his eyes, it looked like I would say an animal. It didn't look human. Like it was so weird. He was like this. He's like, Tone, we go Tone. But it was like everyone was so fucked. So was he. But he just, in his mind, he's so focused on to be the best as he is. There was nothing saying that he would never stop. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? The look in his eyes. And I looked at him and I said, wow. Like he just looked so fierce. And he done it, and I done this triangle like 12 times or something. It was hard. It's like he just won. He already won. That's how I see it. Honestly, he sat there and he was going, thanks guys. And he was going, thank you. Because he could see, he just achieved, like, that was so difficult. Do you know what I mean?
When you're around people like that in the gym, does that kind of give you the motivation? Like you said, like maybe you're lacking a bit of discipline at the minute because you've got no job and you're trying to find yourself in that way. Does that make you want to step into the ring at some point?
Well, I think for me, I think it's almost, it might be, it's like written in the stars, isn't it? It's like someone screaming, please get Joey Essex in the ring to absolutely knock someone's spark out. Do you know what I mean? I can just see it. And there's a few people on the radar, but I would like to, I'm thinking about maybe opening my own company and just doing my own event, to be honest.
Like in the influencer scene, something similar to what Misfits are doing?
A bit similar to what they're doing, yeah. I'm thinking about maybe doing it at like York Hall or something like that, you know. It's a legendary place there. So just see what happens really. It's early days, to be honest. Obviously I've been training for quite a while, but I'm training hard considering there's actually no one to fight. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, I think it's a no-brainer for me to potentially do it. You know what I mean? If
you were to fight, would you have your Uncle Tony in the corner? Is that a non-negotiable?
I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know if Tony, because of, you know, he trains the professionals and stuff, I don't really know where that stands. But yeah, Tony trains me, so he's good. He's so good. I learn a lot more in Tony's gym than I do in any other gym, because I don't know what it is. I just get on with all the boxes in there, and you look at them and you learn things, and I ask questions if I'm doing something wrong, whether it's footwork, whether it's just anything. And you learn very quickly in there. Like a month you learn very quickly in there. You're
surrounding yourselves with top professionals in it, you know, world champions. You've got Joe Cordina in there, Conor Ben, Craig Richards. You've got an unbelievable stable of fighters. Mm-hmm. When you're around those, will you be sparring in that gym? Will you be immersing yourself in this everyday life and trying to maybe get into the stage of becoming like a professional boxer? We've seen like the likes of KSI and Aaron Chalmers, Logan Paul, Jake Paul do that type of thing. Is that something that you want to do, is cross over into the boxing world and kind of make a name for yourself in the boxing world?
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, I think it would mean a lot to me to be able to do something like that for me, you know, because I go into TV shows like SAS, Who Dares Wins, or whether it's The Jump, I won that, and Dance on Ice, and I don't know, there's loads of different athletic type shows I've done, but that's under a television show that I go into. It's a bit different to this. If I was to do boxing, I'm doing that for me, you know what I mean? And I've never done that before, and I've got it written on my bucket list that in my life I want to win some type of gold medal, and this will be my gold medal, to absolutely lever someone, you know what I mean? So
let me throw a few names at you, right? There's obviously people in that space at the moment, like the likes of KSI, Logan Paul, Jake Paul. Is that ultimately your goal, to fight one of those big names and kind of make a name for yourself in that scene? Have you got any beef with any of them or anything, or anyone in that scene?
Not really. I mean, I think I might have a problem. I think one of them's. Someone told me that KSI has got a problem with me, but I don't. There's no problem with me unless he wants a problem. Do you know what I mean? But
would you fight him?
Oh, I would lever him, I reckon. Especially after seeing that fight the other week.
What did you make of that fight?
I don't know. Can you spar doing star jumps though? Does that work? Does it work though? Can you do that? Like, imagine sparring and it's like, imagine if I done that with Tony. Tony would never let me come back to the gym ever again. Matchroom would just completely say, "Fuck off, mate. What are you doing star jumps for?" Yeah.
Do you think Tommy Fury beat him comfortably that night?
I don't know them both personally. Do you know what I mean? That well. Never met Tommy, but I would say I don't know. You know, I actually don't know, because I thought. What do you think, Jay? Who do you think won that fight? KSI. I hate to be that guy, but I think it was like, I would say it's more of probably a draw, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because none of them look hurt.
When you look at KSI, right, and you see the fundamentals in the gym that you see around the Matchroom gym that you're in, do you feel that you could go into a fight against KSI and get him out of there? Obviously, no one's been able to stop him.
Oh, with the amount of training I would do, yeah, I would. He'd get, yeah, I'd do him easy.
Would you have a few fights building up to that? Obviously, like, you wouldn't want to jump in with him straight away, would you?
I'd probably rather. I mean, he's got probably. I would say he would have an advantage now just because he's got more experience in the ring. Do you know what I mean? I've never actually fought in front of a big crowd, but I'm used to that, so I wouldn't. It wouldn't really affect me, to be honest. But yeah, I'd probably have a few fights first, and then yeah, if he wants it, he can get it. Yeah, for sure.
So, Joey, before I let you go, final message. Look down that camera and tell KSI what's coming. Joey Essex is arriving on the Misfits team. Would you fight under the Misfits banner as well, yeah? I know you said about your own kind of thing, but would you fight on Misfits?
Well, it just depends, don't it? It depends. Negotiations, isn't it? I'm a big name out here, do you know what I'm saying?
Callis Arlen, Mams Taylor, if you're watching this, Joey Essex is saying that he's open to fight on Misfits.
You can call me Joey Don Essex as well.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.